So I'm starting this channel to document the process of building a hopefully successful company in the music technology space. I guess a little bit of background on myself. So I originally went to school for finance, worked at Atlantic Records and Warner Music Group out of school in finance, not the glamorous artistic side of things. Also run an independent record label. We did lo-fi hip hop, and now we currently do funk music. And COVID happened, and afterward, I moved to Los Angeles, where I am now, taught myself to code, and I'm building this pretty much full time. So kind of the thesis behind this project is that there's so much user-edited music out there, meaning like slowed, reverb, sped up, mashups, that sort of thing, which have always been popular on YouTube and SoundCloud, but this has really been accelerated by social media, TikTok specifically. And there's no real way for artists to monetize this. There was actually a lawsuit that Universal Music Group lodged against, I think it was Believe or Create, which is a distribution platform, regarding unauthorized user-edited works of popular music that were uploaded to Apple Music and Spotify through their platform. So that kind of goes to show how much artists are leaving on the table. And what we want to do is create a way for anyone to create remixes and mashups and that sort of thing. You don't have to know anything about music production or music theory in order to do so, and then share it to social media, and in the future do other cool stuff with it as well. And as a result, artists and labels get paid, and fans who create these remixes can participate in money that comes in from that as well. So I guess I'll just show you how it works so far. Let's make a remix real quick. So here's what the demo version looks like currently. Songs are organized into stems, which are the building blocks of a full track, like vocals, melody, drums, and bass specifically. So let's go ahead and choose some vocals to start out with. Okay, cool. Now let's find some drums. And then let's go with this melody. And finally, let's go with this bass. And let's pitch it down. So that's kind of how it works. If you're a fan, you can play around with different stems, make a mashup, put effects on it, repitch, retime it, and then export it to social media and eventually do other cool stuff with it. There are a lot of complexities in the music industry. I can get into these as we go along, but from a legal perspective, this is pretty difficult. There is not a whole lot of precedent from like a contract standpoint. And this is a very new idea, new space, but we're banking on the fact that artists can make a good amount of money off of this sort of thing, and users would like to create music without having to know anything about production or music theory. Let me know what you think of this idea. Really curious on getting user feedback. We also have a Discord, which is where I've posted the link to this demo so people can play around with it. The music on here is just for demo purposes to show what this technology can do. I built the audio engine with Web Audio API, so if there are any developers out there, basically there are two types, really two main types of audio playback in the browser. There's audio tags in HTML, which are just pretty much for playback. And then if you want more control and want to add some cool features like being able to edit, which is what this platform is all about, you use Web Audio API. If there are any producers watching this video and you're familiar with FL Studio or Ableton, it's pretty similar to that from a coding standpoint in terms of there's like a node graph where you have your original sound and then you connect to all sorts of effects and that sort of thing. So if people are interested, and I can go more into the coding side as we go along, but to my knowledge, there isn't really anything that exists like this out there right now that makes it this easy to create something with 4 separate stems. It's basically like DJing, except to DJ you have to know things and pay money for expensive software or a mix deck or something like that. So that's the general gist of the whole thing. In order to get this project off the ground, I kind of have to do everything. I mean, we've a pretty small team at this point. It's just me and two other people. So I do, the coding aspect, the finance stuff, meeting with music artists, managers, that sort of thing. Social media promo, which is one of the reasons I'm getting into this. There's like an alarm going off somewhere. My day-to-day is not, wake up at 4 a.m. and, take an ice bath and then go to the gym and then meditate and then, make a billion sales calls or whatever. I actually have insomnia. I do a lot of my best work at night at like 3 a.m. So I wake up at like a random time and do work. Usually I don't eat lunch, go for like a walk or something, work until like 5 or 6, eat dinner, and then do more work at night usually. Right now I'm working on authentication, so allowing users to log in and customize their own profile and that sort of thing. Trying to figure out what the heck this syntax is here. This is basically to specify what routes our middleware should not run on. So I had an issue where these right here, WAF, WAF2, TTF, the middleware was running on those as part of authentication, so none of the fonts showed up on our website for a little bit. Here's our login page so far. Oh my God, why does that, look at that aspect ratio, that's terrible. One of the really annoying things about building a website is creating something that is dynamic and can fit on all screens. This is a 4K monitor and this looks horrendous. It's not supposed to look like that. But other than that, login page looks pretty sweet so far. We went out to try and raise money at the end of the summer. Unless you have AI plastered all over your pitch deck, it's kind of hard to raise money as a consumer business right now. But we've pivoted a little bit in terms of our go-to-market strategy and should have some nifty stuff coming out in the first few months of 2025. Q1, as they say in the business world. I think building this so far has been really rewarding. I would say I'm having the time of my life, but it's definitely a slog. I've gotten to the point now where I feel like a strong suit is to have zero expectations, zero hope about anything. And then when something cool does happen, then it's like, yay, this is sick. But if something doesn't work out, at this point, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I kind of expected that. I guess the plan for this channel is to kind of show what I do on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully that helps someone somehow, I guess. Planning, social media, TikTok strategies, doing coding stuff, like talking to people in the music industry. I don't really know, what it is that people want to see, but I feel like this is kind of an interesting niche, maybe, for people to watch. What the hell? Oh my God. What is happening right now? Why is it switching? What's going on? Dude, come on. So yeah, I guess thanks for watching. And if this video gets no views and maybe I'll try a few of these and we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you did watch this video, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and catch you in the next one. Computer shut down completely. That's the end of the video.